But returning this week to Guernsey has been the TV presenter and author Dawn Porter, who grew up in the island before heading to the bright lights elsewhere. She's been here to promote her new book, which tells the story of two school friends heading back to their childhood home of, yes, Guernsey.
Yeah, now our reporter Roisin Gauson is of a similar vintage to Dawn, and turns out they used to hang out as teenagers not far from one another. So we thought they could perhaps reminisce together about life in St Peter Port in the late 90s.
Now, back in the day, there were always two places where we all met, and that was either outside Boots up the road or here outside the town church. And guess which one Dawn's gone for? You were a town church girl.
I was a town church because the phone boxes are there, so if a person didn't turn up, then you could call them.
Excellent.
And that was, I mean, I can't even imagine going into a phone box now and saying, where are you?
No.
So text, I'll be 5 minutes late, go and get a coffee. All so much easier now, but yeah, this was where it all began.
Okay.
Every meeting started here, or outside Boots, you're right.
And of course, if you were on a night out, you had to be dressed well.
Yes.
And just round the corner from here, there's a shop that we both loved, wasn't there? Tell us about that.
Well, it was Clubberbox. Is it still there?
No, should we go and have a look?
Go and have a look. It was the only shop on the island that sold like really, really, really trendy clothes. Okay, so it's not there. Oh, that's a shame. I mean, when the rave scene came to Guernsey, that was where we got our gingham and our velvet hot pants.
And massive heels.
Massive buffalo
I just remember
boots.
massive heels.
No, I remember those too. And they were so great. And it just felt so exciting to like be trendy. And that was the spot. It was either there or some Marks and Spencer's cashmere, really, wasn't it, back in the day?
You used to work in a local pub as well, didn't you?
I did. I worked at the Ship and Crown and stumbled around these streets many times.
Should we go and have a look there?
Yeah, let's go see. There's so much that feels the same, and yet it felt like the hub of the universe, didn't it? Town.
It did, absolutely.
It felt like going to town was always exciting. We just see loads of people.
But you escaped the bright lights, of course.
I did escape the bright lights. Coming back is really fun and exciting again after those years of kind of wanting to get away, and then suddenly you think, wow, let's go back and just sit on a beach.
Absolutely. So this is it? Your route to work?
Yeah, my route to work. Racing to get there on time. Oh, that old smell. Very familiar. So this table is, I set a scene in the book at this table, yeah. Wow. So my characters, Rennie and Flo, sit here after being away from the island for 3 years. And they come back and they sit at their table and they're like, do you remember that guy that used to sit over there? And they turn around and he's still there. Yeah. And it's about how Guernsey, you know, kind of remains the same, and there's this really kind of warm hug that will take care of you that you can always come back to, because that's how I see it.
Well, it's been lovely to catch up, and I wish you all the very best.
Thank you.
I think we should get a drink, don't you?
Get a breeder. Breeder and chips.
I really enjoyed that because I'm a big fan of Dawn Porter. Yeah, she was
brilliant.
a presenter when I wasn't growing up, I think I was in my 20s, but I loved her documentary on Dirty Dancing, where she pretended to be Baby. And particularly enjoyed the reminiscing about the 90s, because obviously those were my teen years.
It makes a good point as well, as when you leave somewhere and you go away and you come back and you see everything that's gone, everything that's changed.
Yeah,
you know?
but there's still that familiar feeling.
Yeah,
It's quite comforting.
She described the island so beautifully. It was lovely.
Yeah, good to see her back.
Absolutely.